Alright, we're back. Let's see, so I'm going to pick a Loctite to use here. So the hole looks pretty good in there. Got a little bit of oil in there. Clean that out. Looks like they had red Loctite on it. Nope, that's not Loctite. That's just stupid case varnish crap. Stupid. See how it flakes off? What good is it? You want that crap inside your motor? I don't. I don't use that junk. Yeah, you can see all the machine marks in there from when they cut the hole. You can see the chatter marks in there from reaming it. See all the unevenness in there? That's the chatter marks. That's because reaming. When you ream a hole, it chatters from one flute to the next flute. So you don't get a round hole. You think you do, but you don't. If you don't know what a reamer looks like, it's like a drill, but different. Here we go. Here's a drill. It's like an auger bit. It's made to go through a hole. Here's a reamer. It's made to fine-tune a hole, not make a hole. So every time you go from one flute to the next flute, it chatters, because it'll bounce from one to the other. They make a spiral one, they make a straight. This one's a straight. Spiral means they go at an angle. See, this is a spiral. It's got kind of an angle to it. That's a spiral. Spirals will have less chatter than inline will. But they will always chatter. So, if you want to make an accurate hole, you got to bore it. And you have other issues. Everything has an issue. Okay, so we're going to use this one here. Let's see, I'm going to use some red Loctite. What do we got? We got 1300 psi. We got 450 degrees thick. We got 4500 tensile, 355. I like that one. 4500 psi. That's the heaviest one. I like that one. Here's 4000 over here. This one will fill up to 15 thou void. This is really bad. This will only fill 10 thou void. That should be adequate for what we're doing. Okay, we're going to put a little, clean it out with a rag out of it. Should be good. This is oil tolerant, which means you can have a little bit of oil on it and it won't kill it. Other Loctites will be dead if you put oil on them. That means they don't work at all. No problem. Okay, now we got to push this in flat, and we got to put a hole in here. And right now there's no holes in the case, so we're wide open to where we put a hole. You always have to put a new hole all the way through because you can't ever drill this to match what's underneath. So you always have to start over. So after the case has been done a few times, it looks pretty bad in there. Which means there's lots of half holes in there. Come on. Tripod's in the way. Okay, let's see what we got down here. Let's have a look inside of my head. I'm going to find something to push with. So that'll work pretty good. A little bit on the big side. Flip it over like that and hit it on that side. There. We can beat it in with a hammer if we want by putting this on there and going like this. And just tap, tap, tap with a hammer. Jam her in there. If it's not much of a press fit, that's pretty easy to do. Or use a hydraulic press and push it in straight and true. Both ways work. Depends on what you got to work with. I tend to like to use a hydraulic press because I own one. So it just makes it a little bit easier. Bring that one in case. Okay. Now we do the cam cover, we have no choice. We have to beat it in with a hammer. With this we have the option. Okay, so I'm going to wipe that one more time. Take our bush and wipe it. And you take something clean and wipe it again. Use my shirt. It's cleaner than my rag. So that takes any more residue off. See what kind of Loctite we got here. Now they claim if it doesn't run, it's good. It's not running very much. That's Loctite's test to tell if it's original equipment or not. I have doubts about their quality of what they sell you. So this is nice and heavy Loctite. It says it's only good for 10 thou, but it's like 90 weight gear lube you're putting in there. It's actually pretty nice. I was thinking some watery crap was going to be put in there. See, it's not running down the side of the bushing. That's how you tell it's good. That's Loctite's genuine test. Otherwise, there's no way of telling if it's good or not. So this is nice and thick. I like this. This is nice Loctite. Wonder if it works. Okay, so that's on there nice and clean. Put it on there. Make sure the flat spot of the bushing is up. Straight. That means straight to the motor, not straight to the world. Give or take a few degrees, doesn't matter. It's hard to get it perfectly straight in here because you don't have access to get in there really good. That looks pretty close to what the motor is. So we take these two, we go over the press and push it in a little bit. Give it a pressing job. Alright, camera goes first because I can't run both camera and crap in here at one time. Limited space also does not help. Alright, close enough. Alright, yeah, squeeze past. In case they're not flat. See a lip right there? See, you've got to be on the lip or off the lip. The problem is when you're off the lip, you got very little area. So if you're on the lip, you get a large area. Let me go on the lip. Okay. Limited space to get in here with. One bush. Two. Spacer right there. Right center. That's a pretty tight fit. That's a nice firm fit. That was about 2 tons of pressure going in there. That's pretty good. 1.5, 2 tons. If you notice, there was a gap under the case right here, so that means that case was flat. If this was against a surface like that, it would have been angled. See the difference? Makes a difference. Okay. Harley case is strong, so you can do this like this. New case are garbage. You actually have to put a block over here and support it on this side or you'll break the case. Because new stuff is made out of garbage. And they're really thin. Old cases are made out of nice thick aluminum, so you can be more abusive to them without failures. Okay, so now, go back over there. Let's see how tight of a fit we have. Here's our cam. Trying to go in, but not quite. So there's a 1/2 thou of press fit on that at least. A lot of times it'll be really close, and I'll beat the cam in a little bit to make it nice and tight. It's called burnishing it in. It also puts the bushing all the way out, fills in all the gaps, makes it hold even better. This one you can't do it. It's too small. It's close though. It's almost going in. Okay, now I want to put a dowel in there. So we can even put a little short dowel in there. These ones right here. These are the ones that came out. These are 195 in length. Put the new Eastern ones in there. These ones. 250, 1/4 inch. I like the long ones. More holding power. More holding power is good. See, a long one, short one. So you can see where the bushing is. It's half the width of the shoulder here, or flange. So if you put a hole right dead center of the flange, it goes 50-50, half and half. And you can see the Loctite where it pressed off the bushing. Right there, it's tight fit. And you can put the hole wherever you want. I don't like putting holes here up and down because it's thin right here, they break right here anyway. I don't like putting anywhere near this direction here. I like to crack over here quite a bit, especially this back one because it's thin. They crack through here, the cases. So that means I either put them in the back side or the front side over here. My preferred spot is over here on the front side because there's less stress on this side of the case than this side. But you can see the reinforcement webbing right here. This doesn't have that. So I usually put them over here. So after you get about 4 or 5 or 6 of these things in there, 5 or 6 of these holes in there, the case gets pretty crappy. So this is not a long-term situation. Now, if you want to rebuild your motor once every 10 years, you got 50 years of motor life. The problem is it's already, well, this is a repop motor, but you know, a 40s motor, we're already 7 years old, technically already. So if the bushings go a little further than that, then you have better, less chance of being damaged. Okay, now when you put these in there, you want the bushing to go, or not the bushing, the dowel pin to go in there a little deeper than normal. You want to be just below the surface, but not past the flange. So when you drill it, you put the point of the drill at the same depth of the width you want the pin be, and then I beat the pin in. It'll swedge itself in a little deeper and be just below the surface of the bushing. If you screw up and it sticks up a little bit, you have to go in there and dimple, die it out a little bit, grind it to get out of the way. Okay, let me go get some more tools and we will be back.